Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
What language do you speak at home? It's such a simple question, isn't it? But whenever this particular question is thrown at me, I always find it very difficult to answer. Very, very difficult to answer. A couple of weeks back, in my daughter's school, the teacher asked, "What language do you guys speak at home?" And my answer was English. A couple of my Indian friends asked me the same question, and colleagues, they asked me. But my answer was never consistent. It depends on the person whom I am interacting with, and it goes from Tamil to Telugu to Kannada. And I used to wonder, am I really misleading people? No, not at all. I was born in a Telugu family. For some of you who doesn't understand the languages and the geography of India, I tried to pass a map of India with the respective languages spoken and also the top 10 most spoken languages based on the millions of speakers. Maybe that could help a little bit. So I was born in a southern part of India. My parents, I'm born in a family where we used to speak Telugu. So as a kid, I saw the world in the words of Telugu. My parents and the relatives interacted me in that language. But I grew up in the state of Tamil Nadu. Tamil became my official language of communication when I started going to school at the age of 5. It became the language of communication. It became eventually the language of thinking. Though I grew up and started learning English and Hindi in and outside school, for close to 20 years, the language Tamil played a significant role in my development, in my thinking, in my communication, in my day-to-day interaction. Then I met my girlfriend, the interesting part, right? So she comes from a different state where they speak Kannada. So during our courtship days, we planned to learn each other's language. And she's smart enough to pick up my language really quick than me in 30 days or less. They used to sell a 30-day book in India, learn language in 30 days. So she picked up one of those and really started interacting with me with my language. I was so impressed. I started attempting to learn her language. But the real fun part is, after we got married, she never replied to me in my language. I used to ask her in Kannada, she used to respond back in Kannada. So I think maybe I understood that's how the marriage works, maybe, the toughest part for me was I could never win arguments. I was spending half the time and energy translating the words and the sentences from Tamil to Telugu, and I could not focus on the concept and win the argument. So then my daughter came into picture. So we moved to America, and my daughter initially started picking up some of the Tamil words and some of the Kannada words when she started learning the words. But once she went to the daycare and preschool, she stopped responding in the Indian languages. She started speaking whatever we asked in Tamil. My wife asked in Kannada. She responded back only in English. So slowly we started interacting with her in English. So we really forgot. We slowly shifted from Kannada to English, and we started interacting within ourselves in English as well. So English has become the language of communication at home for the last couple of years, maybe 4 years or so. So what I wonder, if I look at back, the different languages I spoke, or the different parts I have lived, it had a significant influence on the development and learning of myself as a whole. I mean, one side, I was glad that I could learn different languages. I felt so proud about it. And I could say I'm a polyglot, a person who could speak multiple languages. But at the other side, what I learned is the language did not talk only the language. I also understand the food. I also understand the dressings of the people of that language or the people I interacted with in the part of the world. I also learned the history of that place. Basically, I also understood the culture of the people I interacted with or the places I lived. So, my friends, the Toastmasters, this story is really close to my heart, and I decided to share with you all today because for 20 or 25 years, I was madly in love with one language, which is Tamil, which I grew up with, and I could have never imagined if I go back, I would learn and speak a different language at home. But today, the life journey, the blessings of life journey took me to different places, taught me different languages, taught me different cultures, and most of the time, I felt like I have a new set of ears. I'm hearing so many different things and understanding. And I feel it's a great feeling. And if you get a chance to try to learn a new language, please do attempt it. As Marcel Proust famously said, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. But in my case, not only eyes, but also ears. Thank you so much for the opportunity.